Next up on the show, it's Lisa from Arkadelphia. Her question is, I'm 62 and see retirement on the horizon. I have $2 million in savings, but how can I figure out if I have saved enough to have the same lifestyle during retirement when I don't know exactly how long that will be? Great question, Lisa, and it is a very common one. Regardless of what you've saved for retirement, that needs to be answered. Those questions need to be answered. Can I have the same lifestyle that I am accustomed to having? That's something that she wants. And she doesn't know how long she's going to live. That's called longevity risk. It is certainly a risk that you have to prepare for. And retirement, as we say here all the time, Tim, is an income problem, not an asset problem. So many people listening on the show today may say, you just said she has $2 million in savings. She is good, right? That's going to be what people's mindset goes to. She may be good, but when the variables are, I want the same lifestyle and I don't know how long I'm going to live, we need to plan to make sure she is.
Yeah, we do like to tell people during our meeting that if you could tell us your date of death, we could build the perfect plan for you.
Right.
That's where she's scared. She doesn't know how long she's going to live. Is it 10 years? Is it 20? Is it 30? At 62, there's a good chance that she could live to 90. So, and what is her current lifestyle? That is going to answer a lot of if she's good or not. Mm-hmm. If someone is making $200,000 and they're blowing through $150,000, and it's going to be putting some stress on that, because you don't want to stay at $150,000 every year in retirement. So you do have to have raises, and you do have to have that money positioned to help you grow. And then what's the strategy for taking out Social Security? Is it taking it early, taking it later? I mean, those are other things that we can look at. And there's a lot of different factors that go in. Everyone's a little bit different here. It does it say if she's single or not?
It does not.
It does not. So, is she married? I mean, that's going to be a big part of it. So being able to really look under the hood and have that conversation with you, Lisa, will be what we need to do to be able to determine, is that $2 million in savings going to be good enough? And is that in an IRA? Is it a 401k? Or is it sitting in a savings account somewhere, or CDs? So a lot of that goes into it because of taxes and other things that come into play in retirement.
Well, I think about too when she asks, she wants the same lifestyle as she has in her pre-retirement years. A lot of people are real quick to say, I want my goal to be 100% of my current income when I retire, and to maintain your lifestyle. It's not likely that you'll need all of that, because if you think about where your current income is going, you're likely contributing to your 401k, so you're not likely to need that money anymore. There may be a lot of debt service that goes away in retirement. Maybe you're going to pay off a mortgage, or maybe you're going to pay off an auto loan, or both. So to keep a lifestyle going, it's very unlikely that you'll need 100% of current income. There are, if you go online and you Google it, there are a lot of people that will say, hey, you need somewhere between 75 and 80% of current income. But that's a vague number. When it really comes down to it, we said it a minute ago, it's an income problem in retirement, not an asset problem. What I would recommend you do, Lisa, is you call us, sit down with one of our Gen Wealth advisors, and do the math to define what your lifestyle income number is. And we break it down here at Gen Wealth into two pieces. You'll have your required income, which is the monthly bills that will still be there for you in retirement. If there's a mortgage, that's going to be a required income amount. Regardless if there's no debt or not, you're still going to have things like food and gas and insurance and taxes that will have to be a required income number. And we want to make sure that those needs are met with guaranteed income.
Yeah, and what we found out when working with a lot of people and working with them into retirement, they don't change their lifestyle very much from when they're working and into retirement. I mean, if you're a natural saver, you're probably still going to want to save in retirement. If you're a natural spender, you're going to spend in the retirement. True. But it's not one of those things where a saver who accumulates maybe $2 million or $3 million is all of a sudden going to spend it all in retirement. That just normally doesn't happen. I guess it definitely could, but we do want to provide that plan and really give that person a license to spend. Mm-hmm. Let them know that they're going to be okay. Take that fear of running out of money out of it, even if they live a long, good life.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point, because we talk about all the time true financial independence, meaning you have assets that are going to provide income to you that will last for the rest of your life. But if you're still fearful about that, whether you have it or not, then you're not truly financially independent. You need to have a plan that shows you the amount of money that you can spend. And we talked about the required income. The next piece on top of that is the desired income. And that's where the investment strategy provides a monthly income to you in day one, and it grows that monthly income over time, because we have to give you inflation-adjusted raises. Nobody would work at the same job for 25 years without getting a raise. You don't want to be in retirement for 25 years without getting a raise. We want to avoid living on a fixed income, as we say. And then to the longevity risk, we need a perpetual plan. That investment strategy and income plan needs to be as long as it needs to be, right? There's never a date where you run out of money. But the other thing, too, that we have to plan for, and many advisors don't really plan in this way, Tim, because they're focused on investments, talk about healthcare costs, long-term care needs. Do you have enough money to self-insure in the event of a long-term care event, or are you going to need to leverage an insurance company to make sure that that doesn't basically deplete your assets?
Yeah, again, the marriage situation and whether there's kids, things like that, come into play here as well. But healthcare costs, it's going to be a big expense during retirement. Mm-hmm. Even if you have, you go on Medicare and you get a good supplement. I've heard good things about a lot of those, that it covers most of the cost. But there are still out-of-pocket things that are going to come up. The premiums are going to continue to go up over time. And so the biggest need would be a long-term care expense, potentially having that taken care of either by a insurance policy. If you don't have the assets, someone with $2 million, it's very possible you could carve off a part of that, set it aside, and kind of earmark that for long-term care needs and have that invested and available if and when that time comes up.
Just to wrap up here, as we do have an abbreviated Get Ready for the Future show today because of our radio obligations. Lisa's 62. The thing I would tell Lisa, you're on the cusp. You're in the retirement red zone. Get a plan together. We can help you at Gen Wealth. Just go through the Gen Wealth Ready to Retire process with us. You can get that process started by calling 866-653-PLAN. That's 866-653-7526. And if you're like Lisa, if you got just a few years or months away from retirement, you don't have an income plan, reach out to us and see, do you have enough to sustain the lifestyle you want and be truly financially independent?